Near the end of each academic year, the most outstanding of all Troy University students are recognized for their achievements at the annual University Honors Convocation. For the 2014-2015 school year, the Honors Convocation was held on the evening of April 20th in the Claudia Crosby Theater in Smith Hall on the Troy campus.
Good evening and welcome to the 2015 Troy University Honors Convocation. I'm Earl Ingram and I serve in the role of Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at Troy University. Tonight we're going to celebrate student academic achievement, and we honor those students who have excelled during this academic year and throughout their time at Troy University. Tonight is also an opportunity for us to honor those faculty and staff who have provided guidance, encouragement, and support for our students as they strive along their paths to achieve academic excellence. We're very pleased that you've been able to join us this evening on this special occasion. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize and welcome Troy University's First Lady, Mrs. Janice Hawkins. Mrs. Hawkins, would you please stand and allow us to acknowledge you for all the contributions you have made and continue to make at Troy University. Thank you. Our invocation this evening will be offered by Mr. Alex Nelson.
Let us pray. Dear Father, thank you for tonight. I thank you for all the families who have been able to come here safely and attend this wonderful convocation. Right now I call on your Spirit to reside among us tonight. Flood into our hearts and open our eyes. Help us see what you see. It's only through you that we can accomplish anything. Father, I thank you for all the academic achievements we can celebrate tonight. Thank you for being with us in the long nights of studying and preparing for the future. I pray Troy can make an impact on the world with our eyes fixed on you, that we can excel in not just academics, but all aspects of life. Father, we just thank you for your blessings, we thank you for your grace, and we thank you for the strength you give us. It's only through you we can make a difference. In your Son's precious name, amen.
It's now my pleasure to present our Chancellor, Dr. Jack Hawkins, Jr. Dr. Hawkins.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Ingram, and thanks to each of you for joining us for a very, very special event in the life of this university. And it's particularly good to see so many families here this evening. It's a night when we honor the very best and the brightest of Troy University. And so it's truly a night of celebration. We have, I think, at this point in our history, I believe we have the best students, and I believe that we have the best faculty and staff that we've ever enjoyed. I also think we have beautiful campuses across our system, so I hope you enjoy this place and this presence, and I know you didn't enjoy that. But we have outstanding students, but we also have outstanding faculty. Some of those are on the platform tonight behind me. I'd like to ask them to stand and let all of us say thank you for a job well done. Members of our faculty, please stand up. Thank you so much. We often say the most important thing we do at Troy University is to serve our students. You can't do that, though, without an outstanding faculty, and they wouldn't be here without families that love and support them. And so I know that there are many, many family members here. I'd like to ask you, if you're a family member, please stand up and let our students say thank you for all that you do to make this experience possible for them. So family members, please stand up. Thank you so much. This truly has been an exciting year at Troy University, and I won't go through too many examples of that, but I would want to offer you just a sample, if you will, of what we see happening at Troy University. For the 10th straight year, Princeton Review ranked this institution among the very best in the Southeast. Of course, this is a flag-waving place, and we make no excuses or alibis for that. We're very proud of the service that we render this nation's military. We continue to do that, and this year we're again ranked in the top 15% of all U.S. universities as military-friendly. I'm very proud, too, that our students have excelled in record numbers in terms of their competitive position for acceptance into medicine, dentistry, optometry, the health professions, as 89.6% of our students were accepted. I think that rounds off to 90%, and I would hold that I would hold that up against any university in this country. 100% of our baccalaureate nursing students pass the NCLEX to become registered nurses. If I'm in the hospital or in a clinic, I want a Troy nurse taking care of me. We're so proud of the School of Nursing. Athletic training, one of the model programs in this country. We had record numbers passing the board exam. In fact, we were 8 points ahead of number 2. I won't say anything about number 2, but I think they've won some football championships over the last several years. But we're very proud of that athletic training program. We're also very proud, too, that our Hall School of Communications was ranked number 6 in America, and that recognition came just a few weeks ago. We're very proud, too, that we are now an all-Steinway University, Dr. Blocker, one of, I think, only 17 or 18 in the world that claim that distinction. And so that's another standard of excellence. I hope most of you have had an opportunity to go into our new arena. It's a couple of years old now, but the Architectural Review just ranked it among the best designs in America. And of course, some of you will actually live in our new dormitory that'll open in short order. It's not a dormitory. We are now building learning communities, and that'll be a high-tech facility second to none in this country. And in fact, every unit will have a 42-inch flat-screen television. That's how far higher education has gone. So those of you who choose to live in that facility, enjoy that. That's better than my TV, so I want you to enjoy that. But it has been truly a great year, made even better by tonight, a time of great celebration. And so all of you honor us by being here. Thank you. And to the students, we are very, very proud of you. So much has been done this year, and I'm proud of your achievements. I'm also very proud to introduce to you our speaker. He is a great friend of Troy University and has been so for more than a decade. You know, the way we have been able to build this university is through public-private partnerships. We can't do all things but in collaboration alone, but in collaboration we can do so much more. And it's been through our great partnership with Barnes & Noble that much of that progress has been made. Our speaker tonight, Mr. Max Roberts, is the president of Barnes & Noble, and he was invaluable in helping Troy open the very first Barnes & Noble college bookstore in Alabama 10 years ago. I'm very proud to announce that just a few days ago, we've renewed our contract with B&N for another 5 years, and so that partnership will continue to evolve and serve our students and the public. Our partnership with Barnes & Noble rests on their commitment to quality and to service. And those are qualities which reflect the leadership and the philosophy of Mr. Max Roberts. He truly is the gentleman I would label as a servant leader. He's enjoyed a long and successful career in retail industry. He joined Barnes & Noble college booksellers in 1996, and so he has been there guiding that ship for almost 20 years. His tenure has been marked by unprecedented expansion. Under his leadership, Barnes & Noble has quadrupled the number of colleges it serves. But his most important account is Troy University. He said that. I didn't say that. I'm quoting Max, but I'm proud that he just made that statement. less than an hour ago. He's a musician, and I know we have many musicians in this audience. That's his avocation. He's a graduate of Oklahoma Christian University with a degree in accounting. And so not only is he a man of music, he's really a Renaissance man because he also can add and subtract. He has served in many senior executive positions with Petrie Retail, R.H. Macy and Company, May Department Stores, all of those before joining Barnes & Nobles. And before getting into the retail business, Mr. Roberts was also an accountant, a CPA with Deloitte & Touche. I think, though, and this is with great pride that I say this, I think his greatest achievement was convincing his wife, Kathy, to marry him. She flew down this evening with Mr. Roberts, and I want Miss Kathy Roberts to stand up and let us say thank you for coming to Alabama to join us for this ceremony. And I might tell you that she is also an accomplished author. And so what a wonderful couple they are. Please join me in welcoming one of America's foremost business leaders and a great friend of Troy University, Mr. Max Roberts.
Thank you so much, Chancellor Hawkins, Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and to all of you who we are honoring this evening. I truly, truly, truly thank you for this opportunity to speak, and I'm so pleased and proud to share this milestone with you. Many years ago, I sat where you sat. Like you, I graduated with honors, and like many of you, I wasn't quite sure how I'd make a difference in my life. You see, I'm no genius. I'm no Einstein, certainly not Bill Gates. But I'm proud that Dr. Hawkins asked me to speak to you about my experiences and what I learned during my career of 40 years service, and how I was able to achieve success and also live an honorable life. There's no doubt you're the best, you're the brightest, and soon you'll enter the workforce or continue on to graduate or doctoral degrees. I truly applaud your success and hope my experiences will help you define success, not by financial wealth, but by being a lifelong learner, and by surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, who inspire you, who take time to share their knowledge, to invest in your future. In my career, that translated into a very simple tenet that truly was the catalyst for my own accomplishments. Very simply, it was find and pick great mentors and great bosses. Let me explain what I mean. Your success, probably like mine, will be defined by those that you surround yourself with and by those select few that you select to learn from. Some will cross your lives through destiny. Sometimes the mentoring process will not be apparent. And sometimes it will be an exchange or a bartered type mentoring. But in all cases, you'll have the choice to continue or not to continue, and the choice to make it and seize the opportunity. In most cases, it's going to be hard work and not fun. That's why they call it work, not fun. And I hope in your everyday professional life, I can assure you that in your everyday professional life, there's going to be a pop test, and I can guarantee you that it wasn't covered in the class of life. But again, the choice is always yours, and the benefits may not always be clear. And in many cases, it's going to involve risks. Look around the room and think of who's here today who has helped shape you. No doubt you might be thinking about family members or a really close, smart classmate, and perhaps that special professor. These are the kind of people that have already made the difference in your life and have already propelled you into being worthy of this honor. These are the type bosses or mentors that will continue to help you head down the road of professional and personal success. I've been blessed to have 7 incredible role models who's played pivotal roles in shaping my life, my beliefs, and my character. It all started in high school, where many of my teachers would describe me as a lazy screw-up. You know, that type kid who had the brains but never applied them. Said another way, I was a lost ball in tall weeds. A kid who almost failed chemistry and math, yet scored among the top students in the state standardized tests in chemistry and math. That time, the only thing I cared about was my music and my love of my trumpet. Not to brag, I was the descant trumpeter, and I was the first chair. That was at least until Jim Hill, the band director, and my music instructor stepped in. For Mr. Hill, it was never acceptable for me to skate on my academics and yet excel in music. He taught me tough love. Without the grades in the other classes, I lost my chair. I couldn't play anymore. He reminded me that working to succeed in all parts of my life was the best way to achieve meaningful and honorable results. Mr. Hill was my first great boss. And by the way, it's because of Jim Hill that I went on to college with a music scholarship. Well, when I got to college, I saw the remarkable talent around me. I looked to my left and I looked to my right, and I said, "You're going to starve to death." So I turned my attention to money and numbers. No, I wasn't a gambler, and I wasn't a bookie on class. Instead, I'm talking about that exciting world of accounting. Some few of you are out there, accountants, huh? Right. So I gave up the bright stage of the bright lights of the on-stage performance for a calculator. That was my instrument in a life of crunching numbers. And this is where my next great boss and mentor came about. My college professor, Dr. Howard Leftwich. He stepped into my life. To this day, I will never forget what he told me. He said, "Max, if you want to understand the language of business, you must first understand accounting." He used real-life business examples. He brought accounting to life by teaching me to see beyond the numbers, beyond the obvious, so that I could better understand what was truly going on in the business. In fact, I give Dr. Leftwich the personal credit for motivating me to be that cum laude graduate, and the reason that I had multiple job offers at the time. And to you faculty and professors tonight, I'd like to remind you how important a mentor is to your graduates. And there's a lot of talk about disintermediation of education, and education and books will not be around. But it's that mentoring relationship, being that Dr. Leftwich, who brings life to a subject, that will surely stop any disintermediation of education. So back to my great bosses. So in the mid-'70s, I was working as a CPA for Deloitte, or Touche Ross, and my employer named their very first female director, Jan Walbers. It was really kind of like Mad Men at that time. Jan was smarter than anybody else and smarter than anyone else in the office, but everybody was petrified to work with her because she, at the time, was a woman, and that was kind of unheard of. And it was really not widely accepted. But to me, smart is smart, so I raised my hand and I asked to work with Jan. Well, guess what? Jan handled the Federated Department Store account, that you all know today as Macy's. Little did I know my innocent volunteering to follow a wonderful boss and mentor would lead me to 40 years of incredible service in retail. Jan taught me that in life, that you have to take risk and trust your instincts. My trust in Jan and her mentorship paid off tenfold. I went on to May Company. It was another large retail chain, and I had a boss named C. Daniel Rowe. Like most others at May Company, I disliked him, and I wanted nothing more than to see Daniel Rowe out of there. He was by far the toughest person I had ever worked for. For every 16 reports that I prepared, he wanted 16 more. And that time I could just seem to never please him. I really, until 10 years later, really didn't appreciate what he had done for me. Through those misery of developing report after report, I honed my skills the hard way. But I'm much better for him challenging me. He taught me the importance of attention to detail and not stopping at your first conclusion. And to look again at everything and to gain a deeper insight. Well, Dan became the CFO of Bloomingdale's, and I was the CFO of Macy's East. So I felt kind of guilty about how I felt about Dan. So we had lunch together, and I thanked him for being that pain in my backside. And as true accountants, we shook hands and we split the check. So on to Macy's, and at the time our company was struggling because of a huge LBO. And the company, the board had hired Diane Baker as I was a divisional CFO and she was the corporate CFO to do the turnaround there. And I'll never forget our first meeting. She said, "I don't know squat," and she cussed like a sailor, so I'm making this sound nice, about retail. And I responded, "I don't know anything about financial crisis turnaround." Right then and there, we made a pact. And I said, "I'll teach her about retail if you'll teach me about financial turnaround." And the next company I worked for, I needed those skills because it was a bankrupt company that I had to turn around. So by that destined meeting, it was a skill set that I got. And she later recommended me for the CFO's job, controller's job at Barnes & Noble. Now, I'm sure some of you have a vision and a passion to start your own company, to live the life of an entrepreneur. And if that's the case, then you need to work for somebody like Lynn Riggio, the founder of Barnes & Noble. When Barnes & Noble first called me about a job, it was for that financial controller. I hesitated. It was a lateral move. Quite frankly, I said I wasn't going to go on the interview. But then I got to reading about Lynn Riggio, and I just couldn't pass up the opportunity. I had no interest in the job. Just could not pass up the opportunity to meet this man. He started 3 successful Fortune 500 companies from the ground up. So I really didn't care about getting that controller's job. I just wanted to hear his stories. It took 6 months to interview, and I could snag just maybe one nugget of gold from his visionary mind. Spent a lot of time talking about the interviews. Well, about 6 months later, Lynn calls me back. He said, "You want the good news or you want the bad news?" I'm an accountant, so I asked for the bad news first. And he said, "Well, you know, we thought about making you the controller. Then we thought about making you the CFO of Barnes & Noble, and that really is not going to work out." He said, "Did you ever have an interest in being president of a company?" And I said, "Yeah." So that was 20 years ago. It's the greatest company and a wonderful culture. The culture of our company is very similar to the culture I know here at Troy, and we're so honored. It is our best account. So in summary, each one of these bosses, mentors, taught me an important lesson in my life's journey. I apply these lessons daily, not just in my professional life, but in my personal life as well. My greatest blessings and my greatest honors can be attributed to those that I surround myself with, those who taught me and challenged me and supported me. Jim, Howard, Jan, Daniel, Diane, and Lynn Riggio. And someone else I have to make mention of today, someone who continues to mentor me and inspire me, and it's my most important mentor, my lovely wife, Kathy. It's Kathy who taught me the importance of life and giving back to others so that they can have the blessings too. And what I really now know is the ultimate measure of character. So finally, I say to all you honors graduates, I truly applaud your success. My advice is do a good job of picking the people you surround yourself with. Pick the best bosses, be a lifelong learner, find mentors and partners. And then, no doubt, you will not only graduate with honors today, but will graduate life with honors. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and congratulations and best wishes.
Mr. Roberts, thank you for sharing your life's lessons with us tonight. I'm sure that the insights will carry weight for everyone here. Everyone. Our awarding of individual awards will begin with the College of Arts and Sciences, and presenting awards in the College of Arts and Sciences is Dean Jim Reinhardt. Dr. Reinhardt.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Jim Reinhardt, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. The students we honor tonight exemplify the qualities of scholarship and academic excellence that stand at the very foundation of our college, and in turn, the Academy writ large. We're very proud of each of these students' achievements. First, I want to recognize those who have been initiated into honor societies this past year. Will the new members of these honor societies stand, remain standing, and be recognized? First, Alpha Epsilon Delta for excellence in pre-medical scholarship. Beta 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 for biological science majors with superior academic records. Phi Alpha Theta for excellence in the study of history. Pi Mu Epsilon for excellence in mathematics. Pi Sigma Alpha for superior scholarship in political science. Pi Alpha Alpha for superior achievement and the study of policy and administration in government. And Alpha Phi Sigma for our outstanding students in criminal justice. Please let us recognize all the new Honor Society initiates of the College of Arts and Sciences with a round of applause. You may be seated. Thank you. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to begin the recognition of our college's award recipients by asking Ms. Janet Gaston to make our first presentation.
The mission of the Society is to encourage and recognize excellence in pre-medical scholarship, to stimulate an appreciation of the importance of pre-medical education, to promote communication between medical and pre-medical students and educators, to provide a forum for students with common interest, and to use its resources to benefit health organizations, charities, and the community. Each year, one AED member is selected that best represents the mission of our society. The 2015 recipient of the Alpha Epsilon Delta National Honor Society Award is Miss Jennifer Carlisle.
On behalf of the Department of Biological and Environmental Sciences, it's my privilege to announce the award of this year's Scholars Award, which is Katie Ichikawa. The Scholars Award is given to the student that best represents the essence of student scholarship. This outstanding student is considered excellent by 3 metrics. Those metrics are academic achievement, service activities to the department and university, and perhaps more importantly, their research accomplishments. Katie's work has been presented not only at regional meetings, but also international meetings. She has a number of top-tier peer-reviewed publications as well. And in fact, one of those publications was one of the top 10 most downloaded articles of 2014 in biological psychiatry, which is quite impressive. So on a quick personal note, Katie has been in my lab for 4 years, and I am definitely sad to see her go. But on a positive note, she is pursuing a career in veterinary medicine, which I'm quite proud of. So, Katie. Tri Beta is a National Honor Society of the Biological Sciences. This organization will soon celebrate its 100th anniversary. Troy University chapter strives to meet the ideals that are established by the national organization. These ideals are academic excellence, commitment to scholarship, research, and service to the university. Members are selected based on their commitment to upholding these ideals. Congratulations again to all the new members of Tri Beta. Each year, the members of Tri Beta vote on the student that they feel best represents these ideals of the society. The 2015 recipients of this chapter's award is Jeremy Duke, who also, on a personal note, has been in my lab for a little over 2 years, and I am equally sad to see you leave as well. I'm losing all my good students. And I study depression, so I know how that feels now. Yeah. But on a positive note as well, he is going to a top-tier university and pursuing a PhD. So really, 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 really proud of you as well. So, good job.
Good evening. The history faculty annually recognizes the graduating history major with the highest cumulative GPA. This award is named in honor of the late Professor Nathan Alexander, who served on the faculty of the Department of History from the fall of 2005 until his untimely passing in May 2009. Professor Alexander's passion for historical scholarship, dedication to students, colleagues, and Troy University inspired all of us and those who knew him. It is my honor to keep Nathan present in our memory by awarding the History Department's highest award for student achievement, the Nathan Alexander Memorial Phi Alpha Theta Scholastic Award, to Mr. Hunter Rowe. Congratulations, Hunter. Thank you. The history faculty also annually recognizes the junior history major with the greatest promise for creative research and writing in history. The selection of the recipient is based upon a student's established record of academic achievement. The award is funded through a memorial fund established to pay tribute to the achievements of the late Professor G. Ray Mathis. This year's recipient of the G. Ray Mathis Memorial Award is Ms. Eleanor Self. Congratulations, Eleanor.
Pi Mu Epsilon Excellence in Leadership is given annually in recognition of the student in Pi Mu Epsilon who has most demonstrated excellence in leadership to Pi Mu Epsilon and its goals at Troy University. The recipient of this award is chosen by a group of faculty in the Department of Mathematics from among those current Pi Mu Epsilon members. The recipient of this year's Pi Mu Epsilon Leadership Excellence Award is Ms. Samantha Kitchens. The James O'Neill Mathematics Education Award is given in honor of Mr. James O'Neill, who was a member of the Mathematics Department for 33 years and chair of the department for 16 years. The recipient of the James O'Neill Mathematics Education Award is chosen by the faculty of the Mathematics Department for mathematics education students having the highest grade point averages in mathematics, as well as mathematics education courses. The recipient of the James O'Neill Mathematics Education Award for 2015 is Ms. Hope Browder. The Virgil Collins Mathematics Award is given in honor of Mr. Virgil Collins, who served as chair of the Mathematics Department for 26 years. The recipient of this award is chosen by the faculty of the Mathematics Department from among those senior mathematics majors having the highest grade point average in mathematics. It is in recognition of outstanding achievement in the field of mathematics. The recipient of the Virgil Collins Mathematics Award for 2015 is Ms. Hannah Nix.
Good evening, everyone. Dennis Lee Borden Computer Science Award is the symbol of integrity, sincerity, devotion, and hard work. In other words, this represents the excellence in the field of computer science. This year, the award is given to Richard Clinton Seals, who is going to join Amazon, and he also submitted a research paper to an international conference. Congratulations, Richard. We are really proud of you.
The Outstanding Political Science Student of the Year Award is given annually to the student who best exemplifies the study of political science through high academics and leadership contributions to the political science department, university, and community. The 2015 Outstanding Political Science Student of the Year is Amber Voss.
The Alpha Phi Sigma Distinguished Honors Graduate Prize was established by the late Dr. Charles L. Jones and is awarded annually to an outstanding graduating senior on the basis of grade point average, participation in criminal justice program activities, university life, and volunteer work. This year's award recipient is Ms. Erin Lowe.
Good evening. I'm Judson Edwards, and it's my pleasure to introduce the Sorrell College of Business, a college of which I'm a proud graduate and now have the honor to serve as dean. The fundamental mission of the Sorrell College of Business is graduating students who are globally aware, ethical decision makers, engaged with the business community, and equipped with the knowledge to compete and succeed in the global economy. This mission is accomplished through the diligent efforts of our faculty and staff to be strong teachers, caring mentors, and productive scholars. The success of our strategic efforts are represented by the business students here tonight. To start, I would like to recognize this year's newly inducted members of Delta Mu Delta the International Honor Society for Business Administration. At this time, would you please stand and be honored? Congratulations. At this time, I would like to begin the recognition of our award recipients by asking Dr. Robert Wheatley to make our first presentation.
The Delta Mu Delta Award is presented to the senior who has exhibited exceptional academic achievement and outstanding university and community leadership and service. It is a pleasure to present the 2015 Delta Mu Delta Award for Excellence in Leadership and Scholarship to Guillermo Rampon.
Founded in 1907, Delta Sigma Pi is America's largest professional business fraternity. Since 1968, the Delta Sigma Pi Scholarship Key has been given to the graduating senior in the Sorrell College of Business with the highest grade point average. In 2015, it was a very high GPA. Mr. Alex Chance.
Good evening. I am Dr. Larry Blocker, and I serve as the Dean of the College of Communication and Fine Arts. It is my pleasure to introduce our college honorees tonight. First, I would like this year's newly inducted members into the honor societies of our area to be recognized. Will the new members of these honor societies stand, remain standing, and be recognized? Sigma Tau Delta, recognizing academic excellence in English. Lambda Pi Eta, the official Communication Studies Honor Society, and the National Honor Society for Dance Arts. Please recognize all the new Honor Society initiates at in the College of Communication and Fine Arts with a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to begin the recognition of our college's awards recipients by asking Ms. Teresa Johnson to make our first presentation.
Good evening. The Pi Lambda chapter of Sigma Tau Delta, the International Honorary English Society, was founded in Troy in 1972. As a reward recipient of 76, I am honored today to serve as advisor and to present this Sigma Tau Delta Award for academic excellence and exemplary leadership of all chapter activities to Ms. Naomi Marie Perez.
The Bernardi Williams Award is presented annually to a student who, in the estimation of the English department faculty, is the best outstanding English graduating major. It's my privilege to announce this year's winner, Naomi Marie Perez.
The Modern Language Award is presented each year to a Troy University student who excels in one language or more taught at Troy University. The award takes the form of a silver tray with the recipient's name inscribed, which is also added to a plaque permanently displayed in Wright Hall. The winner of this year's Modern Language Award is Mr. Joey Carter.
The John M. Long School of Music Outstanding Music Graduate Award is presented annually to a graduating music major who demonstrates outstanding scholarship, musicianship, and service. The recipient is selected by a vote of all full-time faculty members in the School of Music. This year's recipient is Caitlin Connor Murphy White. Connor is currently completing her music industry internship in Manhattan, New York, and is unable to be with us this evening. The John M. Long Achievement Award is presented annually to the music major in the band with the highest GPA who also demonstrates character and leadership as determined by vote of full-time faculty teaching in the band area. This year's recipient is Stephen Kretemeyer. The William R. Dennison Choral Excellence Award is presented annually to the music major in the choir with the highest GPA who also demonstrates character and leadership as determined by vote of full-time faculty teaching in the choral area. This year's recipient is Jordan Ratliff.
The Stephen B. Paget Communication Award is named in honor of Dr. Stephen Paget, who served at the Hall School of Journalism and Communication at Troy University for over 20 years, most of those years as its director. The award is given annually to the student who best exemplifies leadership and academic excellence. The 2015 Stephen B. Paget Communication Award goes to Chelsea Anna Hester. Congratulations, Anna.
Each year, the Department of Art and Design faculty selects one student that demonstrates both superior artistic qualities and academic excellence. It is with great honor to present the 2015 Fine Art Award for Outstanding Artistic and Scholarly Achievement to Soraya Williams.
Last year, the Department of Art and Design established the Robert T. Jocelyn Award of Excellence in Photography in honor of Bob Jocelyn. This year, the Robert T. Jocelyn Award of Excellence in Photography goes to Brittany Nicole Jennings.
Each year, the Center for Design, Technology, and Industry selects one student that has demonstrated superior qualities in graphic design and academic excellence. It is with great honor that I present the 2015 Center for Design, Technology, and Industry Award to Kayla Pickard.
Good evening. My name is Kirk Davis, and I serve as the chair for the Division of Psychology. On the behalf of Dr. Hildebrand, it is my pleasure to introduce the College of Education tonight. First, I want to recognize this year's newly inducted members of the honor societies within the college. Will the new members of these honor societies please stand, remain standing, and be recognized? Kappa Delta Pi. Kappa Delta Pi is the oldest honor society at Troy University, recognizing outstanding contributions in education. Psi Chi. Psi Chi is the International Honor Society for Psychology. And Chi Sigma Iota, which recognizes outstanding excellence in counseling. Please let us recognize all the new Honor Society initiates in the College of Education with a round of applause. Please be seated. At this time, I'd like to begin with the recognition of our college's award recipients by asking Dr. Rhonda Bowron to make our first presentation.
Good evening, I'm Rhonda Byron, and I'm here to tell you about and present the W.P. Lewis Award. In 1974, the Zeta Gamma chapter of Kappa Delta Pi Honor Society in Education established the W.P. Lewis Award. This award is presented annually to the member of Kappa Delta Pi who exhibits outstanding academic achievement, leadership, and service. Dr. Lewis was a professor and a chair of the Education Department at Troy University. He also served as the director of the graduate school for many years. Being a much-loved and very well-respected educator, he is honored by us giving this award in his name for his educational contributions to Troy University. This year, we are proud and honored to present the W.P. Lewis Award to an outstanding student in education, Miss Corey Lynn James.
In 1975, the Zeta Gamma chapter of Kappa Delta Pi Honor Society in Education established the R.H. Irvin Award. This award is presented annually to an outstanding education major. Dr. R.H. Irvin held several key positions while at Troy University before his retirement in the late 1960s. He served as chairs of the Education and Psychology departments, Director of Graduate Studies, Registrar, and Director of Placement. At this time, it is my privilege to present the R.H. Irvin Award to Ms. Corey Lynn James.
The goals of Psi Chi, an International Honor Society for Psychology, are to advance the science of psychology and to encourage, stimulate, and maintain the scholarship of its members. Each year, the Troy chapter of Psi Chi recognizes a graduating senior with the highest GPA who has also demonstrated excellence in leadership. The recipient of this year's Psi Chi Award for Outstanding Scholarship in Leadership is Zara Qureshi.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Mark Tillman, and I serve as the Interim Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. It's my pleasure to introduce the College of Health and Human Services tonight. First, I want to recognize this year's newly inducted members into the honor societies of our area. Will the new members of these honor societies stand, remain standing, and be recognized? Phi Epsilon Kappa, for those outstanding students in health, physical education, recreation, and sports management. Iota Tau Alpha, for those outstanding athletic training majors. And Sigma Theta Tau, for excellence in nursing. Please let us recognize all these new Honor Society initiates in the College of Health and Human Services with a round of applause. Congratulations, and you may be seated. At this time, I would like to begin the recognition of our college's award recipients by asking Dr. Christina Martin to make our first presentation.
Good evening. The Outstanding Hospitality, Sport, and Tourism Management Award recognizes a student that has earned a 3.25 GPA or higher and has also demonstrated leadership in and outside of the classroom. Tonight, I am proud to announce the 2014-2015 Outstanding Hospitality, Sport, and Tourism Management Award recipient as Mr. Anton Zemanek.
The Department of Kinesiology and Health Promotion gives an award each year to the senior student who has attained the highest grade point average in the major of physical education. This award acknowledges the GPA accomplishment as well as the outstanding and remarkable effort it takes to earn a teaching certificate in this area. This year, the award goes to Josh Popovich. The Department of Kinesiology and Health Promotion gives an award each year to the senior student who has attained the highest grade point average in the major of health education. This award not only acknowledges the GPA accomplishment, but the exceptional effort and diligence it takes to earn a teaching certificate in this field. This year, the award goes to Beth Higgins.
The Ray Baggett Memorial Scholarship is given annually to a sophomore majoring in athletic training. Ray Baggett graduated from Troy University in 1956. Upon graduation, he was selected as the athletic trainer for men's basketball at West Point. He served under a coach named Bobby Knight. From there, he followed Bobby Knight to the University of Indiana, where he became the men's basketball athletic trainer. In 1970, Ray was offered the job as the head athletic trainer at Indiana State. He retired in 1996 and then served as an adjunct professor in athletic training at Troy University until his death in 2005. This year's recipient of the Dr. Ray S. Baggett Memorial Scholarship is Michael Barron. The James A. Whiteside MD Eminent Scholar Award is given annually to a junior majoring in athletic training. Dr. Whiteside served as a team physician at Penn State University from 1970 to 1992. He was then employed by Alabama Sports Medicine until 1996 and came to Troy University as a team physician and eminent scholar until he retired in 2006. This year's recipient of the James A. Whiteside, MD, Eminent Scholarship Award is made to Jared Smith.
The Iota Theta chapter of Sigma Theta Tau International, the Honor Society for Nursing, presents a certificate and a $50 award to the outstanding pre-licensure BSN student each year. This award is given to the member with the highest cumulative GPA from students currently in the 4th and 5th semesters of the clinical nursing sequence, as well as demonstration of leadership and scholarship. This year's Outstanding Student Award is presented to Ms. Marley Duffy. The School of Nursing presents the Georgia Irene Gill Davis Memorial Award to a BSN student who's graduated during the 2014-2015 academic year. The recipient is voted upon by the faculty and must have at least a 3.25 GPA and demonstrate professional nursing qualities. The recipient will also serve as a role model for others to emulate. The 2014-2015 recipient of the Georgia Irene Gill Davis Memorial Award is presented to Ms. Tori Knoll from the Fall 2014 BSN graduating class, who unfortunately will not be able to join us tonight.
Greetings, a pleasant evening to you. The Euleen Hawkins Social Work Award is awarded to the undergraduate social work student who has excelled in leadership, service, and academics. This honor is given in recognition of a student who demonstrates the capacity to contribute to society and to the social work profession. It also honors Ms. Euleen Hawkins. Ms. Hawkins was a native Alabamian, and she dedicated her life to the profession of social work and to lifelong service to others. This year's recipient of the Euleen Hawkins Social Work Award is Ms. Janice Stinson.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Diane Barron, and I serve as the Dean of the Graduate School and the Associate Provost. It is my pleasure this evening to introduce the Graduate School and the outstanding graduate research that is performed here at Troy University. To begin tonight is the first presentation of the Best Graduate Research Scholar Award. Students winning this award have demonstrated their ability to ask good questions, to seek solutions, and to qualify those solutions through solid research. For without good inquiry, knowledge cannot be advanced. This award demonstrates not only this individual's ability to do research and outstanding research, but also to increase the academy. The Best Research Graduate Scholar Award goes to Cecile Martinique.
The Political Science Department delivers two graduate programs, the Master of Science in International Relations and the Master of Public Administration. The department has created an award to recognize a student in each of these degree programs who exemplify the highest academic and leadership standards expected of students in an advanced degree program on the Troy campus. The Master of Public Administration degree prepares students to excel in careers as administrators in the public and nonprofit sectors. The recipient of the 2015 Outstanding Graduate Political Science Student of the Year for the MPA program is Latrenda Belton. The Master of Science in International Relations degree is designed to provide students the foundation and knowledge to meet the challenges of the ever-changing relationships among nations of the world. The recipient of the 2015 Outstanding Graduate Political Science Student of the Year for the MSIR program is James N. Eastman III.
Dr. Charles Watson was a member of the Master of Public Administration faculty in Global Campus, teaching in both public and business administration. His passion was applied research. At his unexpected passing in November 2008, an award to recognize outstanding research by MPA students was established in his name. Research papers must be nominated by a faculty member and reviewed by a faculty committee. The 2015 Dr. Charles A. Watson Research Award goes to Arlene DeCindio Roy for her paper, Factors Impacting TANF Dependency in the State of Maine. Unfortunately, Ms. Roy could not be with us tonight.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Howell Fulmer, the Associate Provost and Dean of Undergraduate and First-Year Studies at Troy University. And we now recognize those students who've achieved success across a variety of disciplinary fields. We'll begin by recognizing students who've been selected into programs and honor societies in this past year. And as I recognize these programs and honor societies, I would ask that the new members would stand and remain standing, and I would ask that you would hold your applause so that we could recognize them at one time at the conclusion. For those new members who are now a part of Who's Who in American Colleges and Universities, which recognizes our outstanding student leaders, would you please stand? For our new members in Salute, our Veterans National Honor Society, recognizing our outstanding student veterans, active duty, National Guard, and Reserve members, would you please stand? For those who have been initiated into the Order of Omega, recognizing our outstanding Greek leaders, would you please stand? With the University Honors Scholars, those students who've completed candidacy requirements for full admission into the University Honors Program, please stand. For those who have joined Alpha Lambda Delta, our students who've had superior scholarship in their first year at Troy University, please stand. Would our members of Omicron Delta Kappa, recognizing juniors and seniors of exemplary character and superior scholarship and leadership, please stand. With those members of Mortarboard, recognizing our seniors for distinguished achievement in scholarship, leadership, and service, please stand. And with those members who've been initiated into Phi Kappa Phi, recognizing the top 10% of seniors and the top juniors in academic scholarship, please stand. Now, would you help us recognize all these students with a round of applause? Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to begin the recognition of individual award recipients and ask Ms. Barbara Patterson if she would make our first presentation.
Outstanding academic achievement is one of the pillars of Troy University's Greek system. I'm delighted to announce that the sorority that earned the highest grade point average for spring 2014 and fall 2014 is Kappa Delta.
Chapters of the fraternity sorority community here at Troy University continue to strive to always be improving their organization, whether that is through community engagement, chapter development, academic standards, and other initiatives of the organization. The fraternity at Troy University has continued to be achieving high standards through all these aspects, especially academics. And this year's recipient of the Fraternity Academic Excellence Award is presented again to the men of Farmhouse Fraternity. Please help me in congratulating them.
The Emma Coburn Norris Award was established in 1997 to honor the memory of the first director of the Troy University Honors Program. This award goes to the freshman honors scholar with the highest grade point average. Please acknowledge the achievement of this year's winner, Mr. Andrew Orrin Crockett.
Alpha Lambda Delta, founded in 1924, is the National Honor Society for Freshmen. The purpose of the organization is to encourage superior academic achievement among students in their first year of institutions of higher education, to promote intelligent living and continued high standards of learning, and to assist students in recognizing and developing meaningful goals in their roles in society. Each year, the Troy University chapter of Alpha Lambda Delta honors freshmen that represents these purposes. This year's outstanding freshman is Ashley Morris.
Mortarboard is the National Honor Society that recognizes college seniors for excellence in the areas of scholarship, leadership, and service. Unfortunately, Ms. Faye Ellis was killed in a tragic automobile accident during her senior year at Troy University while she was serving as the president of the Spires chapter of Mortarboard National Honor Society. The Faye Ellis Award was established in her honor to recognize the member who best exemplifies the mortarboard ideals of scholarship, leadership, and service. The Spires chapter is proud to announce the 2015 Faye Ellis Award winner, Chapter Vice President Naomi Perez.
Good evening. The Clements Award acknowledges this year's graduating male student athlete with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient from the men's golf team is Mr. Philip Brennan. Unfortunately, due to competition in the Sun Belt Conference Championship, Philip cannot be here tonight. The Sorrell Award acknowledges this year's graduating female student athlete with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient from the women's volleyball team is Mrs. Kayla Pickard.
The Nolan C. Hatcher Outstanding International Student Award is given annually to an international undergraduate student who graduated in the prior year and earned the highest grade point average. We are very proud of our international students at Troy University, and it is my privilege to present the 2014 award to Tran Nguyen from Vietnam. Ms. Nguyen graduated with a 4.0 and is currently enrolled in the Master of Accountancy at Troy University. Congratulations.
Let the love of learning rule humanity. This is the motto of Phi Kappa Phi.
The Troy University chapter Phi Kappa Phi was founded in 1971 by 29 members, and to be selected as a member of Phi Kappa Phi, which has been mentioned already, you must be among the top 10% of graduating seniors or among the top 7.5% of juniors. Phi Kappa Phi is the highest honor bestowed at Troy University, and the recipient of the Outstanding Junior Award this year is Ivy E. Watts. I must go to the basement one more time. Good things in the basement, right? And the outstanding 2015 Phi Kappa Phi Senior Award goes to Anna E. Hayes.
Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to recognize the 2015 recipient of the Faculty Senate Excellence Award. This award is given to an outstanding lecturer or adjunct who demonstrates excellence in the areas of teaching, research, and service, commensurate with the expectations of tenure-track faculty. Dr. Dana McDaniel is this year's recipient. In the words of her colleagues, Dr. McDaniel has functioned as the backbone of the political science department since 2002, as the first faculty member to teach online. Her service as senior lecturer is remarkable. She currently chairs the MPA Advising Committee, where she prototyped numerous advising innovations, including real-time virtual orientations, e-advising sessions, MPA speaker series, on-demand orientation videos, and more. Dr. McDaniel's stellar accomplishments are a testament to her Trojan spirit. She is the standard bearer for senior lecturers and truly an asset to the university. Unfortunately, Dr. McDaniel is unable to be here today. However, Dr. Sam Shelton will be accepting the award on her behalf.
The Ingalls Award is given annually to the Troy University teacher who has most diligently, effectively, and cheerfully conducted his or her classes on the Troy campus during the current academic year. A student committee elected by their peers recommends to the chancellor the teacher who best fits that criteria. The award symbolizes the primary mission of the university, teaching. Great teachers are known for as much about the questions they ask as the answers they give. One of the marks of excellent teaching at Troy University is the capacity to ask as well as to answer provocative questions. Our most enduring example of this method is Socrates, who taught in the streets and the marketplaces of ancient Greece. It's for those reasons we present a statue of Socrates to the recipient of the Ingalls Award for excellence in classroom teaching. The recipient of the award also receives a plaque and a check for $1,000. There's only one of you out there. This year's recipient currently serves as a lecturer in the Department of Social Sciences Leadership Program. Please join me in congratulating this year's winner of the Ingalls Award, Mr. Ellis Bush. Chancellor Hawkins, may I ask that you come to the podium to present this year's Algernon Sidney Sullivan Awards.
In 1981, Troy University was approved by the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Foundation to grant awards that celebrate nobility of character by identifying individuals who perpetuate the influence of Algernon Sidney Sullivan and Mary Mildred Sullivan through outstanding spiritual qualities applied to daily living. A selection committee of faculty members, one administrator, and 2 students elected by the SGA select the award recipients. Awards are given to 1 female student, 1 male student, and 1 non-student. Each recipient receives a university citation and a medallion and a citation from the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Foundation. We believe it's appropriate to give the Sullivan Awards at Troy University, for our mission is to develop students into leaders with well-defined values, prepared to go into their communities and make a difference. I believe these values are more important today than they've been in the history of our country. The female student receiving the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award is a native of Pace, Florida. She has served as a volunteer with the Sacred Heart Rehab Clinic and Troy Public Library, as well as a counselor at Camp Victory, a non-denominational Christian camp. She has embraced very effectively Troy's international focus, spending a year abroad studying in Germany. Our female winner, Miss Aubrey Toole. The male student recipient of the Sullivan Award is a native of Florence, Alabama. He came to Troy and walked on our football team, but shortly thereafter earned a scholarship. He's a member of First Presbyterian Church and the Campus Outreach Leadership Team. He's active. He's a volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club and the Christian Love Center. He's an outstanding young man, Mr. Tommy Blevins, Jr.
Thank you.
As is often said, when it rains, it pours. The gentleman that is the winner of the non-student, Algernon Sidney Sullivan, is a member of the Bush Memorial Baptist Church. I must say, on a personal level, we met this family more than 25 years ago, and there is no finer family anywhere than the Bush family. This recipient is a member of the local organizer of the Montgomery Area Food Bank and a volunteer with Campus Kitchens. He serves as faculty advisor for Baptist Campus Ministries. He serves as an instructor in the Institute for Leadership Development. He also has parents, Ellis and Juanita Bush, and there are no finer anywhere. Please, Mr. Ellis Bush, come back to the stage.
The 2015 Honors Convocation will close with the singing of the alma mater, led by the collegiate singers, followed by a recessional. The recessional music trumpet voluntary will be performed by the Troy University Trumpet Ensemble under the direction of Dr. Michael Huff, music director. We hope that each of you will be able to join us for a reception in the lobby as you exit the theater. Please stand for the singing of the alma mater. The words can be found on page 20 of your program this evening. Congratulations to all of our honorees and their families. Thank you again for joining us on this very special evening. Good night.